Last season's final is Kolkata. Let's talk all about their auction strategy here at Timeout with SportsAdda. Arun, you're wearing purple. Kolkata's colors. You want Kolkata to win this time, is it?
I want them to do well. It's not a question of them winning or not. I want Chennai to win. That's obvious. But I want Kolkata to do well. But the reason I want Kolkata to do well is because they're a global brand, Akhil. They're not just limited to the Indian T20 league alone. They've
Yeah.
got franchises in India. They've got franchises in the Caribbean. They've got one in the US. They've got one in the UAE as well now. So they're a global brand, and they hold a small stake in the future of franchise cricket. So I want them to do well. Being greedy here, but yeah.
I think one of the smartest management picks who runs the show. Venki Mysore has come in. He's not somebody who's on TV a lot, or he doesn't give too many interviews standing with Shah Rukh Khan and talking about the way that they've progressed. But it's been gradual progress. The team has made headway into different things. I've worked with Kolkata Knight Riders on a project around say 8 to 9 years ago, and the management that was running the show and the kind of decisions that they were making was totally it was very random. Like there was no vision, there was no thought there. But once Venki Mysore came into the picture, and the kind of management changes they got, once they got Gautam Gambhir on board as a captain, there's been a lot of stability. They've selected players at the right moment. They've let go of players at the right moment. They've stuck to somebody like a Sunil Narine for so many years. So it's been impressive. Maybe not chalked up enough wins for their satisfaction, but from a management point of view, the way that a team might be run, I think it's very impressive.
Top man for the top job, Akhil, and one of the best run, best organized units. You
Yeah.
said the most professionally run unit. There's no two ways about it. Now, it's also because they know what they want to achieve. They're not in the business just for the 2 months or a year. Theirs is
Yeah.
a year-round operation, Akhil. Like I mentioned, they've got stakes, they've got competition, they've got teams in different parts of the world, and therefore they're a year-round comp. It's not like they just convene for 3-4 months a year and they wind up at the end of the season. Hence, I think they've got the right setup and the right people behind each of their operations.
Hmm. Okay, so we've seen what are the picks that they have made in the retentions. Very interesting names there. Very smart picks, Arun. Two of the names are obvious champions for them. They've been with them for so long now. Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan. They look like they are a part of the Kolkata family for a while now, isn't it? And these two have been so instrumental in winning them so many games. I don't think Andre Russell is still finished. I still think he has at least 2-3 years of good, even as a batter. If he just bats, he's still a great bet to have in a franchisee team. But the other two picks, Venkatesh Iyer, fantastic decision last year to get him to open the innings. We've not seen much of him in franchisee cricket before that, and obviously Varun Chakravarthy, their mystery spinner, who almost became India's mystery spinner at the T20 World Cup, but afterwards not seen much of him. So two of these domestic picks, good picks. These Arun, I am really happy with these retentions.
Good retentions, no two ways about it, but a little surprising, I'd honestly say. I was surprised to see Andre Russell being the number one pick. Uh,
Hmm.
and Sunil Narayan being number 4 pick. In between you've got the two Indian boys, which I'm happy about. But the retention's good, but I'm a little surprised in the order in which they've been retained. Uh, I'm not sure about a Venkatesh Iyer at the moment.
Hmm.
He's a resource. He's definitely a resource, but is he a retention kind of a player at the moment? I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Just because he gives you that bowling option, and he bowled well in the last season, bowled important overs even in the end overs if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
all-rounder is bowling all-rounder who can give you medium pace overs is so rare in Indian cricket. It's almost like everybody's praying that we hit a jackpot by keeping him at a cheap economical price.
But here's the thing, Akhil. How much has he bowled? How much do you expect him to bowl? What how do you define him? Is he a batting all rounder, or is he an all rounder, meaning he can do both skills equally? That's the question. At the moment, his classification is batting all rounder, meaning he can give you two
Yeah.
overs on a good day, and therefore I'm not sure if the retention was right. They could have probably signed him up at the auction, but obviously, I mean, you can't be too critical of the decision. They see
Yeah.
reason in it, they see a logic in keeping.
Hmm. They had a captain last year who's probably, and we've had this chat saying that he's had a fantastic international record as a captain. Not so much in T20 cricket, but he led them to a final last season. You think there is still scope for Ian Morgan to come back and become their captain once again? He's still the active captain of the England white ball team. Um, he's not had such a great form over the last year and a half, but we know the kind of batting prowess that he has. So you think that Morgan might be just brought back and made captain again?
If you want the answer in one word, no. I don't see Morgan coming back to the Kolkata squad. I mean, I'll be surprised. Uh, his decision making, there was a question mark over it. His batting didn't fire. His batting hasn't fired since. So
Yeah.
I don't see him. I'd be really surprised if Morgan makes his way back to Kolkata. I'll give you an option. Uh, I'll give you an option who could be captain material for Kolkata, and this is a surprise. David Warner. If Kolkata are looking for a captain, David Warner is a good fit there. I mean, David Warner had a fallout with Hyderabad last season, and there have been various things spoken and written about, his mischiefs at the franchise. But David Warner is he's a transformed man, Akhil. He's a transformed man. He's not the brash young man of let's say 6, 7, 8 years ago. He's a transformed man, and with the right kind of people, which KKR have, which Kolkata have, in Venki Mysore, and Brendan McCullum, and the other guys, I think David Warner will be a good fit for captain.
He'll be a good fit. I don't know if Kolkata will be able to afford him. Obviously, with Punjab having such a high budget, and also Bangalore might have a little more budget than Kolkata. So I think a couple of names might go much bigger for David Warner. Obviously, Kolkata also interestingly have two overseas players already lined up there. So they'll have to be very careful, and I don't know how much money they'll be able to allocate for another big overseas buy. There were other overseas buys that they've had in the past have been very interesting also. Shakib has been with them for so long and he's delivered the goods for them. Overseas fast bowlers like a Morne Mokel, I remember, used to be with them. Pat Cummins, they've broken the bank a couple of seasons ago in the auction. So he's again the Australian captain. Pat Cummins again, they had broken the bank. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not so sure. Bangalore or Punjab will chase Warner. I mean, that's my gut feel. There will be limited teams, a limited number of teams chasing Warner, and therefore I think Kolkata could just reach out to Warner.
Not Pat Cummins. You don't think Pat Cummins has a chance of coming back as a captain again?
No, there are questions of workload, Akhil. There will be questions of workload. He's had a grueling year. Pat Cummins has had a grueling year, and this is the year of another World Cup. And they've got Test series in the subcontinent. Captain of a Test team, team's premier fast bowler, plays all three formats. I'd be surprised. I don't think KKR will want to test Pat Cummins, and if he breaks down, it'll make things difficult not only for them, but it'll put Australia in a spot of bother as well.
Good pick that. Okay. Before we go on and discuss a lot more and try and give our thoughts on 3-4 players that Kolkata should and go after. I'm just going to reiterate, Arun, we are running the contest again like we have been doing at Timeout with SportsAdda over the last few sessions. we are asking people who listen in to us to tell us what is their opinion about the players that Kolkata should go after in the auction. And if their answer matches with what Kolkata actually does in the auction, then they stand a chance to win some Timeout with SportsAdda merchandise. So we'd love to hear your thoughts. It's a simple one. Just go to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, uh, and then please go into the comment section of this video and put in your answers. We'll be keeping a close lookout for the answers, people who answer, and then obviously on auction day and after that we'll come back with the winners of this contest. So Arun, we've given a chance. We've given a great chance. Now Kolkata again have given some great chances to players. If you remember, 3-4 young players from the under 19 squad they went after in the previous auction. Two of the quick bowlers, Nagarkoti and Mavi, and then there was Shubman Gill.
Gill.
And there's just been an under 19 World Cup which finished a couple of days ago. You think again they'll go back to that strategy of trying to get under 19 players and trying to groom them?
Every team's going to go after those under 19 stars, Akhil. Every team, and it's just recognition for what they've achieved on the global stage. I think every team should sign up one or two kids from that squad, and Kolkata will definitely do. Talking about retentions or talking about possible signings at the auction, Akhil. I said David Warner. If David Warner is signed, then they're looking for they're not looking for overseas opener anymore. But if they don't get David Warner, I'm looking at somebody like a Paul Sterling or a Tom Kohler-Cadmore, for instance. Two outstanding, two dashing, aggressive openers. So I'm looking for one of those two to be bid for by Kolkata. I'll give you a couple of other names. I'm looking. Alex Hales into that bracket as well. So that's one of three: Tom Kohler-Cadmore, Paul Sterling, or Alex Hales. I'm looking at Ali Khan. Ali Khan, because of the existing relationship with Trimbago Knight Riders. He's part of the family. He's won titles with them. He was with Kolkata briefly, I think, before he got injured. So I think Ali Khan will be another player they will bid for. And yeah, I mean, like I said, one of Mavi and Nagarkoti, because they've kind of invested in them and they want them to be part of the family and then reap rewards of that investment.
I'm throwing in one more interesting name here, and I'd love to know what you think. Shikhar Dhawan. I think Shikhar Dhawan is going to be an excellent buy at the auction. He's a left-handed Indian opener, can give you that experience, and he delivers each season on season. Shikhar Dhawan has not played for Kolkata yet. He might again be an interesting buy, and they have decent money to go after him as an opening partner for Venkatesh Iyer. So I'm looking at maybe a Shikhar Dhawan kind of a player also here.
Lots of teams will go after Shikhar Dhawan. Lots of teams will go after Shikhar Dhawan, especially the new teams and Punjab for that matter will need Shikhar Dhawan. Openers, quality Indian openers are in short supply. I'll repeat that again. Quality Indian openers are in short supply, and therefore I think a lot of teams will pursue Shikhar Dhawan. And while it might be nice that if he gets to play for Kolkata, but I don't see that happening. I'll give you another name though. Another name that Kolkata should and might pursue is Rahul Tripathi. Silent accumulator. Correct. Silent accumulator. He's kind of grown. He's not under the spotlight, but he'll give you those quick 30, 40, consistently. 30s for sure, 30s or 40s. Therefore, I think Kolkata might just go back to him.
Interesting pick there. Even somebody like an Ajinkya who can open with a left-handed Venkatesh Iyer will give you those 120, 130 strike rate innings. And if Andre Russell can finish off innings, then that could be a good set of players that they could have. So interesting picks Kolkata can make. Really, really looking forward to what their strategy is going to be. They've picked players pretty well. Dinesh Karthik, they've persisted for so long. So might be that they buy Dinesh Karthik back. He already has a good rapport with Abhishek Nair there, who's also one of the mentors that is available at Kolkata. So these are few names, Arun. Good picks. I think we put down on the table. We'll be looking forward to the other teams also. What are their strategies going to be, and then we'll be building up towards the auction. Really looking forward to that. All right. So thanks so much for joining in, and stay tuned in. Please send in your thoughts or comments in the YouTube section. and we are loving to hear what people are saying. Thank you so much.